Everyone, this video is going to include all of my most recent throwers. We'll start off with the Manker U21vn. We'll have the XPL on the left and the XPG2 PDT on the right. So as you can see, the XPG2 PDT is a little tighter, throws a little further, but of course a bit less output. Right on the roof here, you can see the XPG2 is more intense. I prefer the XPG2, as I've mentioned many times. But of course, the most popular choice is the cheaper, more affordable XPL PDT with more output. So this is the XPL PDT. And then XPG2. Alright, so let's compare the XML version with the K70. A very large, much larger heavy hitter thrower. So you can see here the K70 clearly outthrows the XPG2. The XPL PDT I meant, on the UK U21vn. K70. Much larger reflector. So much better throw as well. Alright. Next up, I'm going to have what I call a high output thrower, which is the most popular one right now, the TN40vn, versus a dedicated thrower, which is the K70vn. So we'll start off with the K70vn and then the TN40vn. K70vn, TN40vn. So now, not only that it throws much more output, although less intense, as you can see, less lux, but then it's much more practical beam. You're lighting a lot more at once. And this is currently the most popular, relatively compact thrower. Dedicated thrower, high output thrower. All right. Now I'm gonna have the TN40vn on the left and the all-new X65vn on the right, and you can see they're basically the same type of light, high output thrower, except the X65vn is obviously a much bigger light, so more output. So TN40vn and then X65vn. Just a lot more output and even more throw. Okay, you can see here, you can clearly see the beam of the X65, the intensity of the X65 over here. This is basically just lighting up the whole park right now. So, TN40, X65, TN40, X65. So yeah, if you compare them back to back, it clearly shows that the X65 is in another league. Although you do notice the petals in the beam. And this is the X65vn with the cool white LED. Alright, finally, we're gonna have the RC40vn40, my most expensive light, and this one is 40,000 lumens off LED. Here we go. So, yes, it doesn't really throw out there, but it's throw pretty well just with the sheer amount of output. So there we go, 40,000 lumen just lighting up the whole entire park. There's a lot of scatter light just because there's a lot of fogs in the air. Alright, so let's show you that with, say, a X65, alright? So I'm going to have the X65vn on the left and then the RC40vn on the right. High output thrower. Alright, and here you just have a massive lumen monster here. And then they're both on at the same time. So when you have the RC40vn on, it just makes the X65 not that big of a deal anymore. By itself is a pretty substantial light. But if you bust on the RC40vn, the X65 being on or off doesn't really make a big difference. There you go. Again, X65vn. And then RC40vn. All right, there we go, guys. Thank you.